come every day. The changes in the world are coming at a rapid stage, at a rapid growth. And for you to remain sane and remain relevant, you have to embody these skills to help you thrive. You must understand, you must have the skill of adaptability, you must have the skill of creativity, you must have the skill of innovation, you must have the skill of social influence, you must have the skill of leadership, you must have the skill of critical thinking, you must have the skill of problem solving. So it is important, and also the skill of emotional intelligence. Then we also went down to talk about the technical skills that you need to have. And that was where we stopped last week, and we'll continue. We also established in the part of the technical skill that you need to have is AI fluency and digital literacy. The world has embraced all things digital. As a matter of fact, we're not quite long, we're still basking in the rudiments of, the social digital environment that we're in, and all of a sudden AI came up. Not all of a sudden, it's been in the works for a very long time. But what I'm trying to explain is that before it wasn't like this, but now this is what we're facing. This is what people are beginning to embrace. And let me tell you something, be rest assured, something is coming up again. Another phase is coming up, another dimension is coming up, and you must understand this. When it comes to digital literacy, you must be at least grounded in it. You must know your onions. You must understand that, it's so important. It's a so important skill to have, and begin to walk along that line, because your lack of not embracing the digital skill will only relegate you to the background, to obscurity, as the world progresses. So another technical skill to have is data literacy. Data literacy, whether you like it or not, the world evolves around data. And every time machines have been produced, the machineries in place to actually, make sure that the world the world is classified in data. So as a kingdom ambassador that wants to take his skills to the next level and want to remain relevant, not just for you, but for the kingdom, you must understand that data literacy is a must-have. What does this mean? It simply means the ability to interpret, to analyze, and to use data to inform decision. It's very critical. We're already in that time. It's something that's been in existence, but as the world progresses, as the world changes, it becomes very interesting and very intense. It becomes very, what used to be very, something that used to be things that we feel that is meant for some certain group of people, like the experts, is no longer meant for the expert again. We are now embracing those things and using it for our little growth in our businesses, little growth in our personal life. Understanding how data works gives you the ability to position yourself better, because you're able to compactualize, how all is being done elsewhere, how your competition is using the information they have or doing what they're doing, and you're able to distill it to usable information for your growth and your advancement. So an important technical skill is the ability to interpret, analyze, and use data in order to take informed decision. Another skill to also have is technology design and programming. Now, it might not seem like something important now. It might seem that these are things that, we hand over to experts to do. But the time is coming. There are simple things, simple designs that you need to create for yourself digitally There are simple things that you need to do to quickly advance to the next level. And if you don't have this basic knowledge on how to create these designs, on how to, do these little programmings, you might be stuck in the past. Yeah. So it's important. Nobody, in current times, a lot of people have learned how to use Excel in such a way it works for them. A lot of people have learned how to, build systems for their business digitally so that they can thrive for accounting purposes. A lot of people have been able to organize their calendar in such a way that it helps them, understand, or it helps them produce better. So these little technological designs and programming are things that we need to embrace. There are certain technologies that will be coming out that will require you to, customize it based on how you want it or how your business would look. At that point, you must, if you don't possess this skill, you might not be able to thrive. So it's important that you begin to learn how to do little technological designs and how to also do some little programming. They are very important. Now, with that, it concludes, the important technical skills to have, especially if you want to thrive and remain relevant in today's world. Now, the next part is how to future-proof your career. Now, if you remember in my introduction last week, I said something very critical, and it's not just about having skills that are relevant for now. It's all about being relevant always. I remember saying things like that the world is changing, and it's changing along the tech coast. And those who are properly positioned part-time, those who are properly positioned by what part-time, will be able to, take gains of those opportunities. So it goes to speak to the fact that you might have these skills, but if these skills are not improved on part-time, then there is a problem. If the way you analyze things is just for the 20th century, then you might not be able to solve the problems of the 21st century. Things change, patterns change, things evolve. And for you to solve problems on the go, you must be able to evolve. So, how to future-proof your career? Number one, invest in continuous learning. I tell people that one of the problems that people do have, is when they start learning, when they start making money, they stop learning. I've seen a lot of businesses go down, a lot of people go down in value as a result. So they hustle, they're trying to make the best out of themselves, but when the money begins to come in, they leave the hustle, they leave the learning and face the hustle. See, if you don't actively seek new knowledge, if you don't actively seek improvement in your skill, if you don't make deliberate effort to stay current with industry trends, trust me, the next phase, you will be missing in the next phase. You will be left out in the next phase of things. You will be left out in the next phase of things. So, for your skill to be future-proof, you must invest in continuous learning. It's a no-brainer. You must. What you know today will soon expire. Even if it doesn't expire tomorrow, it will expire the next. How you relate today will be different from how you relate tomorrow. So make sure that skill you possess undergoes continual updates. It undergoes continual upgrades. The second one, develop transferable skills. Develop transferable skills. Focus on abilities like analytical thinking that are applicable across various roles and industries. Focus on things, skills that can be relevant in this industry, that cuts across industries. What do I mean by that? There are particular skills that we know that are confined to a particular category, but there are skills that cuts across categories. Communication skills, they cut across categories. Yes, there might be slight variances, there might be variances, but it cuts across skills. It cuts across industries. Emotional intelligence. If you have that skill, it cuts across industries. So if you find yourself in the music industry today, and tomorrow you find yourself in the fashion business tomorrow, and tomorrow you find yourself in the fashion business, that skill, that emotional intelligence will work across boards. So your skills must be transferable skills. Your skills must be such skills that will help you navigate various industries. It is very important. So at different points in time, you're able to interpret your skills or use your skills in ways that will be relevant to those situations. Number 3, build network. Build network. How to see? It's been said, is that, as a matter of fact, this particular point has been overflogged. As a matter of fact, it's been overflogged. But the truth about it is, we cannot overemphasize the need to build network. Every aspect of your life, you must have a network of people, of things that aligns with that particular category or aspect of your life. For instance, the business aspect of your life. You must have a network that would help you build it. You must have a when it's your social aspect, your social life. You must have a network of people, a network of things that would help you build the social aspect of your life, that will help you, navigate through life. Because all of these aspects, they are very critical to living. So you need to cultivate strong professional connection to identify new opportunities and gather insights. So while you are in this particular area, your business life, you have a network that can help you grow, that can expose you to better opportunities, that can expose you to better insights, that can expose you along professional excellence. The next one is embrace an agile mind. Be flexible and be proactive in adapting to new technological and market shifts. We've spoken about this, in the course of this discourse. The importance of adapting, the importance of making sure that what you know is, you're not just left at what you know. You're not just stuck with what you changes. You move with that changing time. It's important that you embrace an agile mindset. This agile mindset helps you to adapt to new terrain. This agile mindset helps you adapt to new opportunities. This agile mindset helps you identify, helps you embrace, and helps you achieve more, especially in terrains where you might not be conversant with. To business, it makes you maintain an open mind to self-growth. So it's important that you will embrace an agile mindset. Now, I'm going to leave with this. I'm going to conclude with this following points. But before then, I'd like to say what one of the things that one of my mentors said to me many years ago. He said, the marketplace is a battle, will be how to remain relevant. What to do, how to do it, especially in the face of a changing world and a changing economy. Now, these are things you need to understand when you are in this battleground. Number one, nobody will wait for you. Nobody will wait for you. Nobody will wait for you. Time will not wait for you. It doesn't matter how much excuse you give to yourself. It does not matter how much of grace you want to give yourself. Nobody will wait for you. The world is moving at a very fast pace, and so must you move. You must understand when and how to move. Another point to take home is that the moves you make will count. Every move you make will count. Every move you make. So what should you do then? Make sure you make strategic move. Now, another interesting point. Every move you don't make will count. So the move you make will count, and every move you don't make will count. Now, this either favors you positively or negatively. There are some moves that will favor you positively, and there are some moves that will favor you negatively. But the truth is, you must, at every time, either make a move or not make a move. The knowledge, the discernment, the skill to make that move or not to make that move is what you need to possess. Third one, you can't imagine your way to the top. You cannot imagine your way to the top. A lot of people live in this fantasy world. I want to become the $10 of today. I want to become this. I want to become that. All we keep doing is imagining. And as we're imagining, time is changing. People are achieving history. People are moving to the next level. So you must understand why you imagine, why it's good to think, why it's good to, reflect, why it's good to draw visions in your head. But you cannot imagine your way to the top. You have to walk your way to the top, because as you're imagining, somebody is walking. So why do you imagine? Also walk. These are the only thing that will make you have that future-proof skill that would make you relevant in the marketplace. Be so good, next point, be so good at what you do till you become sought after. No matter how good you are, strive to be better. Strive to be better. The importance of being so good is so that the people that matters will point at you. If you're not so good, people that matters won't point at you. So it's good for you to be so good. And in the process of being so good, you're improving yourself and you're securing your future. Finally, while you strive to make profits, also strive to become an authority. It's important. We're in a market where everybody is after profitability. A few persons are after making a name for themselves. Everybody wants to make profits. And when that is your mindset, it only shows that you're living for the now. But when your drive is along the rails or coast of making profits and also being at authority, then you get to the point where people begins to buy you and not even what you're selling. So, I know there's a lot to exhaust in this topic, but I know these few points that have been made has really established some critical facts and some critical platforms that would help us engage, for better profitability, for better productivity, and to make even greater impact in our society. Like I said, The world is changing. It's changing rapidly, exponentially. It's changing in ways you can't imagine. What you know today could expire today as well. And the only way you can remain relevant, the only way you can be properly to get the gains of the current world is by positioning yourself, acquiring future-proof skills. So until next time, please remain relevant.
Welcome back. Question: how was it? For me, it was life-changing. For me, it was transformational. It was aspirational. It was astronomical. It was so many words that I cannot define right now. I hope your notes is full, because my notes are full. I have action plans. I have steps. I have inspirations from God on what to do next. And I believe that you do as well. I hope you didn't enjoy the service alone, right? I hope you brought your friends and families to the service. Right now, we are going to be giving our tithes and our offerings. And don't forget that there's a reward for every giver in the house of God. The account number will be scrolling on your screen. So please give according to what your heart, according to what the Spirit of God inspires you to give. And God blesses you as you do that. If you have a prayer request, go to our website. The link is on your screen. Fill out the form, put your prayer request. And I believe that God, who can do great and mighty things, will show up for you. If you have a testimony, put it in the chat. We want to read from you. We want to know what God is doing in your life. So put it in the chat and let's read from you. Now, it's sad that the service is coming to an end, but don't worry. We'll see you again next week. Right now, we're going to be taking our creed, and I want us to take it together. I am an ambassador of the kingdom, chosen, ordained, and sent on a mission to light up my world with love and hope and live out my purpose and assignment. I'm empowered to dominate and rule, to bring men to the knowledge of God, to guide them with the light of gospel truth and lead them to eternal relevance. I am an entity powered by divinity, ordained to live and reign in eternity. My life and actions reflect my identity. I am a Kingdom Tribes being. See you next Sunday.